Very good morning, students. From today, we are going to start with our chapter number 5th, that is the poverty. Now, in the poverty, that very first topic we are going to learn is the meaning of the poverty. Then, after second one topic is nature of poverty, that includes both absolute poverty and the relative poverty. Thereafter, you will study related to the indicators of poverty, then causes of the poverty, and the measures to reduce the poverty. So these are the quite interrelated chapter, your chapter number 5th and chapter number 6, that is the unemployment, and then after the population one. So they are interrelated one. Now in this chapter, the very first is the introduction part of the poverty. In that, the very first point says that poverty is such a situation existing in the economy under which one class of economy is unable to fulfill the minimum basic needs, that can't able to fulfill out the people, those who can't able to fulfill the minimum basic requirement, in short food, cloth and shelter, we can term it as, okay, that proper housing and all is required. Now those persons who are unable to fulfill their basic requirements, okay, are comes under the poverty line. Now most probably it is all the economy, it is such, mostly we found out this thing in the developing countries but not in the developed one. So generally in the developing countries we used to find the poverty situation. Now, and these two, the two class, it is divided in terms of poverty. If we say that is the richer class and the poorer class, poor class comes under the category of the poverty. Now why it is created? Just because of the income inequality, the peoples comes under the poverty. There are many such other reasons are also there, okay, why the poverty situation is arising, but one of the reason is the income inequality. So in this introduction part, I will just shortly say that the persons, the people, those who are unable to fulfill the basic requirement, that comes under the poverty. Now you can see in this, that is in most of the developing economics, a large proportions of the poor population cannot enjoy a healthy life because of the unavailability of minimum basic requirements such as nutritive food, clothes, proper housing. So that is correct, students. That is a number of poor peoples, okay, cannot able to live a healthy life. Why they can't able to live? Because the whatever the daily required is there, like food is there, proper clothing is there, housing is there, they are not getting. Even they are unable to get the proper amount of food that what actually we eat, okay, rice, dal, the vegetables what we required, roti, but they are can't able to fulfill that also. Per day they are not getting the maximum number of calories, okay. So we can term it as the poor people cannot able to get the proper food, clothes and shelter, so they are termed under as a poverty, okay. So this is the very first introduction part of the poverty. Now we'll go with the meaning of the poverty. Now in this meaning of poverty, students, the point that is the a situation where a major portion of the population cannot even satisfy that minimum requirement are said to be the poorer. So the minimum requirement whatever is, that is food, clothing and shelter, we can term as, even they are not able to get that amount also. So you can see the person sitting over here just begging, so they cannot able to get that much amount, okay, that cannot, we can say daily wages they are not getting that much, the food they cannot able to consume, okay, according whatever the requirement is there, so they are termed to be as a poorer. Now over here in this, poverty can be divided into two parts, that is traditional meaning of poverty, you can term it as a income poverty also, and the second one is a modern meaning of poverty, or you can term it as a non-income poverty. So students, you need to be remembered, because in your exams it can be asked that modern meaning, or if it is not written modern meaning, it can be written as a non-income poverty. So you must know that non-income poverty is another word for the modern meaning itself, okay. So this is the meaning of the poverty. So in short, daily consumption is not satisfied, so they are termed to be as a come under the poverty line, or you can term it as a poor. So this is the meaning of poverty. Thereafter we'll go with the parts of this, that is traditional and modern meaning of this. Okay, so this is the very first traditional meaning of poverty or income poverty, you can term it, students. In short, a certain normative minimum level of per capita consumption expenditure required to a certain minimum basic needs and services is called the poverty line. Now the minimum level of per head, that is per capita, means the per head consumption expenditure is quite required. Okay, for what purposes? To fulfill their basic needs and services whatever they needed. If they are unable to fulfill that, they come under the minimum line, and that minimum line you can term it as the poverty line. The in short here also you can term it as daily consumption is not able to satisfy by them. Per head consumption expenditures is not able to done by them, as and when they are not getting that much amount of wages to consume that amount of food. Okay, so this is how they come under the minimum line, and that is called the poverty line. There are two more points included in the under the traditional meaning. We'll go with that. Now students, under this traditional meaning, that is the first one is a poverty is a state of scarcity. Now scarcity words itself says like lacking of the money, lack of the income must be there. Then we can term it as that they come under the poor, are said to be the poorer, because scarcity of money, though it can be termed as they can't able to fulfill the requirements because they are not having the enough money to do the such a minimum expenditure on the products they want, on the goods they want, so unable to fulfill their daily basic requirements. Okay, income is not there, so they are unable to spend whatever they need to be purchased. So accordingly, these are the, because of all such scarcity, they come as they are termed as a poorer one. So this is the first, that is poverty is the states of the scarcity. Then after, the second one, that is poverty is not only a situation of starvation. Yes, that is also important, that poverty, if we say like poverty is not only a single situation that can be termed a situation of starvation. Okay, nor we can term that, nor only the income and consumption, not only two measures we can say that can be types of the poverty we can term as. There are many other matters also related with the poverty, okay, that we'll see in the modern meaning of poverty. But over here, it is derived in this traditional meaning, it is focused out on both two things, that is on the income and the consumptions. Okay, so there are poverty is more brief, we can term it as on basis of the education, health, standard of living and all. But over here in the traditional meaning, only two things are given important: income and the consumption. Now the second, poverty is not only a situation of starvation, that in India poverty line is defined in reference of the consuming minimum required calories or minimum expenditure required to get the maximum minimum calories. But the limitation of this method is that it shows a situation of non-availability of food or starvations. So whatever the body requires, that is minimum calories are quite required, and to get that minimum calories we need to spend some other either amount on that. So the persons who are not able to fulfill, otherwise we can term it as the persons who can't able to expend such minimum amount also for getting the minimum calories. Okay, so in this situation there is a star, we can say the people are some other either because of the starvations and all, the people are dying. So one of the reason, there is a poverty is a states of scarcity, and poverty is not only a situation of starvation. In that, there is a modern, in the modern meaning will study more matters: education, health, standard of living and all. So these are the two topics covered up under traditional meaning. Okay, first is the poverty line, that what we have seen. Then poverty is a state of scarcity, and then after, poverty is not only a situation of starvation. So the only the starvation, that is hungerness, is not only we will calculate as a poverty, but in terms of the education is there, health is there, knowledge if we termed about, okay, self-respect we termed about, choices we termed about, that also includes under poverty, not only the hungerness. Okay, that will termed as they are not getting able to fulfill the basic requirements. Okay, so that we termed as a poor, or no, it is not such. There are many more points that need to be fulfilled up. Okay, that if they are not able to fulfill that, that can be termed as a poverty one. Okay, then we'll go with this modern meaning. Now students, in the modern meaning, now over here to get the broader meaning of the poverty, only income and consumption are not only the matters, but over here you can see like income should not be the sole measuring rod of the deprivation, but other important elements of human development, such as it includes knowledge, long and healthy life, good standard of living, individual freedom, availability of the opportunities must be there, a life with the choices, their self-respect should also be considered. The talent and all the things are quite required. Okay, so as per the UNDP of the HDI, that is the Human Development Index, and the HPI, that is the Human Poverty Index, the three parameters are given. The knowledge is there, health is there, standard of living is there. If out of this three it is not there any of the one thing or the three, then can become under the poverty. So it is a broader meaning, it is quite given in the modern concept as compared to that of the traditional one. In traditional it talks about only the income and the consumption, but over here it talks about the knowledge, education, talent, self-respect, freedom, standard of living. Okay, so all such things are quite required. So not only there is a likeness of the income is calculated or the consumption if we talked about, but also this all the things are should be considered, and it includes the three parameters according to the as per the UNDP, that is knowledge, health and standard of living, that are quite important. Then it can be termed as a under the poverty, otherwise they are the above the poverty line. Okay, so this is the second modern meaning of the poverty, that can also be termed as a non-income poverty. Thereafter we will study related to the nature of poverty. Now students, in the nature of poverty, there are two things. There is the absolute poverty and the relative poverty, that what we are going to see. In the absolute poverty, you can see like the population having income or expenditure below the poverty line are said to be the absolute poverty, or the you can term it as a complete poverty too. Now in simple, the persons or the people you can term as cannot able to attain the standard wages. Okay, if they are unable to attain the standard wages, so they are unable to fulfill their minimum requirement. Okay, they can't able to fulfill the minimum requirement, as and when they can become under the absolute poverty, they can termed as a complete poverty in short. Okay, this is a very much easiest one. Now the main thing over here, that is the concept of this absolute poverty, help us to categorize people those who are living the below the poverty line, and to reduce this poverty among these things, like target oriented policies can be framed with the help of this absolute poverty. Okay, the number of people those who are living below the poverty line, that can be with that can be reduced to an extent, and the policies can be framed according to that. So that is the absolute poverty, nothing but the cannot able to attain the standard wages and cannot able to they cannot able to do the minimum requirement expenditure what they needed, so they come under the absolute poverty. Now in short, the second is a relative poverty. Now relative poverty is nothing but the in this relative poverty concept, income inequality existing in different groups of the people living in the society is considered. That what we have seen in the firstly the introduction part, that the rich and the poor one, richer class and the poor class. Now two class people, that also we have divided. Then in why it is so, because of the income inequalities. Now in the relative poverty, you people are going to study the different class groups of the peoples are there. If suppose I'm taking the examples of the family, okay, my family, my neighbor, two neighborhood families I'm talking about. Now my family is earning 2 lakhs rupees, my neighborhood family is second neighborhood family is earning 4 lakhs rupees, and the third neighborhood family, the next uh, one is earning the 6 lakhs. Now I can term it as that my family compared to the second family is earning less. Okay, now that second family is earning 4 lakhs and the third is earning 6 lakhs. So the second one is earning less as compared to that of the third family. So over here the comparison is made between the groups or the class of the income earners. Okay, whatever income is there, so according to that the comparison is made, that how we have taken the example of the three families, mine, the another two neighborhood families. Okay, so this is how it is done in the relative poverty. The two things you will learn, that is absolute poverty and the relative poverty. Now there are many more points are there in the absolute poverty and the relative poverty in brief, but we will continue that thing in our another lecture.